Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk in this video about getting results and what you must do to get results. So stay tuned throughout this video if you want to get some good ass results, because that's what we're going to do. As always, we are getting good results on a day-to-day basis. Oh yeah. So, you want results? The very first thing you have to do to get good results is stop caring so damn much about what everybody around you thinks about you, because the truth is, to get these results, people are going to feel some type of way about you. And you, it's hard not to care when you do care. When there's certain people you may care about yourself that is around you, it sometimes can be hard, and I get that. But it's like a beginning phase that you have to go through. I had to go through it. We all had to go through it, or you haven't yet gone through it. You have to go through this. You have to be willing to put yourself in that place where your own family might dislike you. Your own friends might dislike you. Your own people might turn on you. And majority of the time, it's exactly what's going to happen, because you're not being who they want you to be. You're being who you want to be. The real ones are going to accept it. And the people that are not real are not going to accept it. They're not going to accept you. They can't hear you out. They can't see what you see. They don't want to. Some people, they can get the notion of what you're trying to do, but they're not on board. So if they're not on board, F them. The number one thing you got to do to get results is to stop caring so damn much about what all these people think about you. You can't be in that position to where you're caring. And you know what? It's going to be very difficult depending on how many people there is in your life that is around you at the time. Because, for example, when I was 18, 19, I had a whole lot of no good people around me, and I say no good because I seen the truth. At the time, you might not think that, but time will tell you the truth, and it told me the truth. And I seen with my own two eyes that, you know what? These people are trash. These people don't want to see you happy. They really don't. Some might say they do until you actually become happy, until you actually start doing the right things. And then you're going to see their true colors. You're going to see their negative side. You're going to see their toxic side. You're not going to want to deal with them, and you're going to see them as trash, because it's what they are. And they might not have shown you that side because you were just kind of being a pleaser to these people. And no one's going to be against you when you're being who they want you to be. They will be cool with you, but if you're being who you want to be, if you're being the leader, if you're the leader of your own life, you're the head, you are the wolf, you're at the top of the pack of the wolf, with the wolves. Or that lone wolf by yourself, you are the leader. A lot of people don't want to see that, because they are not that. They are sheep. So, like I said, what you have to do is stop caring. Is a wolf going to give a damn about a sheep? The wolf is probably going to eat the sheep or tear it to shreds, to be honest. So the best thing the sheep can do is to stay away, stay off the path, stay away from the path completely, and probably go hide somewhere. And it's usually what these sheep do anyways. There's even a lot of people that avoided me and did things to avoid me because they know I'm a man on a mission. They are not. They don't want me to expose them. They don't want to seem lesser or weaker than me. And it's just what happens. If you're a fierce human being, if you are a man on a mission, a woman on a mission, you are empowered. There's more people than not in the world that are not like that. There's not a very high percentage of people who has that type of mindset, who has that type of leadership. There's just not. If you actually seen the percentage, it's actually very low. Most people are sheep. Most people are just existing. Most people are being who everybody else wants them to be because they don't want to make anybody mad. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that because they are not a leader. They are not born to be a leader. So, and it's something else too, because if you want to get the results that you want to get, you have to be a leader. You can't be following these rules of everybody else. Staying in their box, staying weak. You have to bend, break, manipulate rules. You shouldn't be breaking the law, but you can, there's certain things you can do to bend, manipulate, and break rules. As long as you're not hurting anybody, shouldn't be a problem. And you're not breaking the law. There's little things you might do that might be a little bit against it, but you know what? It's going to be okay. Because we have to do what we have to do. Not everything to do with the law is even right anyways. But there's certain things you should not do, absolutely. There's rules for a reason. This world would be chaotic if there wasn't a lot of rules involved. Most rules are acceptable, but there's some things you can bend and manipulate a little bit. And that's what being a true leader is. You do what works, you do what's right, you do what you know you have to do. And it's what everybody does. It's what every leader does. And every leader does not care what anybody else thinks. I had a whole hometown on my back. I had a whole bunch of people trying to energetically throw me off, and I never let anything get to me because in my heart, I know who I am. In my heart, I know that I'm going to end up on top. So it never mattered what anybody else thought because I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove you wrong anyways. I don't give a damn about you. Watch what I do. You think I care? Watch what I do. It's not going to happen overnight, but just watch. You can keep doing the things you're doing. Think the things you're thinking. Say the things you're saying. But when it's all said and done, my actions are going to speak for itself. I'm going to be who I'm going to be, and you are going to be a shill. And you will be embarrassed. You should have never opened your mouth. Because you're going to see the real shit, pal. That's how I think. And sorry for blanking so much. I got so much sawdust in my eyes today. It's ridiculous. Cutting wood all day. There's nothing more annoying than that. And getting drywall in your eyes, it's a fucking nightmare. My eyes are watering, they feel sore. Something just keeps poking at them in there. It's like little things of wood and dust and everything else. But anyways, in order to get the results you really want, you have to not care. Point blank, period. You can't care because when you're getting real results, people are going to get emotional around you. People are going to get mad and angry and bitter with you because you're getting results they cannot get. They almost tap into their feminine side and they're getting mad. And it's embarrassing. And a lot of these people are even going to avoid you because they cannot face you. They can't. And they low-key watch everything you do too because they can't help but to watch. They're just little hiders. They think they're being so smart they're not fooling anybody. But then again, you just see it for what it is, you don't give a damn. It doesn't matter either way, but you see them for what they are. You see everybody for what they really are. They can't hide. People, if you're a real one, people cannot hide from you because you can see clearly. When you are well-rounded, well-established, a hard worker, a leader, on your path and purpose, there's no manipulation. These things don't exist. Because you're far ahead of all that stuff. That stuff means nothing. I really believe when you are really strong, as a man or a woman, it is very, very hard to get you off your path, to actually manipulate you, to change you, to screw you over. It's when you're vulnerable. It's when you're weak. It's when these things can happen. And I'll even tell you from experience, that's exactly when it happened to me whenever I was a younger guy. I was not a man yet. I was still a boy, 14, 15, 16 years old. You are not a man. You did not fully go through puberty. You did not develop all your masculinity. You have to learn that as you go, and it's a stage you go through in life to become a man. And you just keep getting better and better and better over time. And you learn more and more and more. And you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And things will always end up great as long as you keep doing the right things. And actually put those pieces of the puzzle together. Because life is a learning game. It is all a learning game. So the more you are willing to learn, the better you will do. Be willing to learn and work your ass off. And never take no as an answer. Because you know who you are. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Like I said, you're going to make a lot of people mad. A lot of people's going to turn on you, and you're going to end up being what they hoped and dreamed and wished they could be. But you are actually doing it. You are actually doing it. They are not. And this is what you have to do. And just have that stoic trait about yourself. That confidence, that untouchable, I don't give a damn. You can try to take me out, you can try to physically harm me, you can try to physically hurt me. But if you get in my way, you're gonna get hit like a train. And that's how it's gonna go. Because if you get in the way of a man that's on a mission, you are bound to get run over. I'm not even stupid enough to get in the way of another man that's on his mission. You leave a dude like that alone because you're only asking for trouble. Real recognize real. And it's all these other people that want to try to get in your way, that want to try to do these things. And not necessarily get in your way in a physical way, but people, they want to try to talk you out of your dreams. They want to try to say this, they want to try to say that, they want to try to criticize you. They think you're doing the wrong things when you're doing the right things, and it's all messed up. They want you to believe what they believe about themselves and their own life and the way they go about things, when you should be the one teaching them. It's these types of cats. There's too many of them out there. But you are the dog. Know what I'm saying? So, keep doing what you do. Stay on your path and purpose. Stay fresh. Stay clean. Stay ready. Stay motivated. Rest when you need to. But work your damn ass off. Take naps during the day if you have to. With me, I have 2-3 day periods. That's how I operate. And I never really mentioned that in videos. I said a lot of things about how I do operate. But I have 2-3 days in one day. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. If I have 3 day periods all in one day, that is a busy, hectic day. But the truth is, you cannot do that 7 days a week over and over and over and over and over again. You can do it 7 days a week for a week, but you can't do it week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't do that. Have 3 days in one day, 7 days a week. That's just insanity. You would burn out. You would just fold. Like your body can only take so much. You can only work so hard. You have to get better at knowing yourself, knowing your body, knowing your limits, because everybody has limits. And you got to know how to rest properly, rest efficiently, and get the hell back up and keep going. Because some days, even whenever I take rest periods, you're still so tired after you rested, but now that you at least rested, you do have some more gas in the tank, so you have to get up and do it again. And once you get going again, like a half hour or an hour into something else that you're doing, You will catch that second wind, and all of a sudden you're not going to be tired. You feel energized again. You feel ready to go. And it's like these little mental battles you really have to break through in life in order to maximize your days, maximize how much you get done. And like I said, it's still all a learning curve, even for me. That's why I continue to tell you guys everything that you should be hearing. Because these things work. I know they work because they work for me. And I used to have like one days like, and this was a long time ago, but I'd sleep for like 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours because I still worked hard at this time. But I just have one long day of getting everything done and then it'd be bedtime. One long day of doing everything and then bedtime. Now it's like I go so hard for a certain amount of hours every single day. And then I'll have that short, I don't always take a nap. Sometimes I'll take an hour or 2 max of rest. And sometimes I'll just take a half hour or an hour break and just sit down or lay down and relax and then get back up and to do it again. Then you have this another big burst of energy of getting stuff done, and you have another one, and then you do your last little bit that you have to get done in the run of a day, and then it's bedtime. And sometimes it's split into 2, so it's like for half the day you're going very hard, nap time. Next half the day you're going very hard, bedtime. So it's things like this, and you just have to, like I said, learn about yourself, learn about your body, learn about your mind, learn about your limits, and put things into play. And you will get things right eventually. You because efficiency is everything. Getting as much done as you possibly can is everything. Maximizing your time is everything. And all these things are very important. And you know what else is important? What I've already been explaining in this entire video. Not giving a damn about what anybody else thinks. That's when results really come. If you are in this position where you're living for everybody else, you care about how other people perceive you and the image that you have of yourself and just your swagger and the way you do things, if you're worried about that, because everyone's going to have something to say. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing, somebody is not going to agree with whatever it is that you may do. If you're in a position where you have a whole bunch of people in your life, people that shouldn't even be there, and you care about what all these people think, you're in a very, very, very hard and terrible position. Hard because it's going to be hard on you mentally. It's going to be hard on you mentally because you're taking on all these opinions. You're taking on all these, what these people think. You're taking on all their energy. You don't have to. You can cut off. It's like you have this rope with dozens and dozens and dozens of strings with different people attached to it. And you have this rope and it's like, it's wrapped around your hand and you can like energetically feel what everybody else is thinking and feeling and saying and doing and everything else. But if you cut that rope, you are free. If you cut that rope, let those people go. Let those people fall back, and you fall back your way. You go your way. Let them fall back. And then you have total control over your own life, and you're not worried about what they have to say because you're not hearing it. You don't have to listen. You don't have to hear. You're allowed to cut people off. You're allowed to move on. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. Period. And like I said, not everybody is going to agree, and not everybody matters either. What matters is you and the actual important people, the few important people that you may or may not have in your life. And that is it. So, like I said again, do what you gotta do, and results will come. But make sure you're doing the right things. And if you're not doing the right things, work on getting it right. And that's it.